Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga, a very well-known method or approach of yoga practice, known for the asanas, for how to approach the asanas, in the form of the Mysore class. Ashtanga Yoga, it is a text we know from a sage yogi Patanjali, a few thousand years ago, written, which are 4 books, and it is mentioned in the second chapter, the 8 steps of how to improve my being through concentration, physical postures, breath, respect, non-violence, study the self, and so on. Very interesting, nice text and approach. Mysore class, Mysore, it takes a name from the city of Mysore of South India. That this type of practice became very popular from the known teacher Sri K. Patapi Jois. When we say Mysore class, we mean a self-practice class. A self-practice class, it is a class that a few students, 5, 10, are in the same room, but each one is practicing individually and working on their own pace, rhythm, breath, tempo, body type, mind type, interest. And that can give very good benefits individually, because everyone will do the best individually as possible, which is not easy when in group, because someone is listening his or her own breath and might repeat some asanas few times or use different variations. For those who are starting to have an idea of this practice, they get introduced by the basic steps through the sun salutation, like 9 steps, 9 movements, and they study how to breathe, how to move the body, how to keep the mind focus in the gross form, but day by day it goes in a very subtle variation. When someone gets familiar with the practice of the sun salutation, there is a second form of sun salutation with the 17 steps, then approaches the standing poses, then sitting poses, then finishing poses, then a sequence is finished, is done, which is very healthy to have a good practice on the first series, first sequence. Then a second will introduce, third, fourth, and go and keep on. Through the quality of the self-practice in a class, someone will learn a new asana and will adjust to that person specifically with variations, or sometimes someone has to repeat few times, few rounds of an asana just to observe it better. And step by step, as the mind and body get more stronger and focused, the practice from 10-15 minutes can go long, half an hour, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, and very beneficial and dynamic. That goes step by step. A teacher in that method will be in the yoga sala to teach these movements, the asanas, and the theory of how to do these asanas, and will inspire, will help, and will give adjustments. That is, with hands will put the body in the right position, or we help someone to deepen or help someone to do an asana that is near but not ready. So these adjustments are very nice and special when are done well, because they can help and support a lot the student. And in a way, it is theory on practice. Like, someone will not analyze anatomically how to do with the body, but will adjust the body and put it in that way. So The theory is observed through the practice, and that is beneficial 100%. And step by step, it is happening to each student. After someone knows a sequence, that can take like at least 1,000 times to repeat a sequence to observe it, For some people less, for some people more, for some much more, for some a lifetime. It doesn't matter. It matters what you experience through your practice, not what is a practice. Then a second series is introduced with different poses that go deeper in more fine details. Like we work from the earth, water, fire, air, ether elements through forward bends, twistings, back bends, and someone like that goes on and improves the practice. And what is very special in this method is that from the first day and the whole life, someone is able to have a self-practice at home, which is the essence of the yoga, because it is there where you really improve, So going to class and practice at home, it's very great combination for a practitioner to improve. And in the class, always everyone will get a personal attention and help and support and deepen. In the same way of like Mysore self-practice, we can also approach the pranayama, the breathing practice, because everyone again has different capacity of breathing and possibility to stay still, And in the same way, whatever comes, like concentration practices, meditations. And what is the beauty and special thing from India, to my opinion, is that everything is always taught individually, and that can approach the student needs more specific and beneficial, and make the student know more, no less from that state that is a student, which is a nice state because it brings happiness when you are in your center. So when we say Mysore class, we mean the self-practice. Of course, also through my experience in India, going to different students before I devote myself to this method, every teacher that I respect, and I felt is good teacher, always will teach self-practice. So whatever the method, whatever the style, will always give to every student certain practice, certain way, certain pace. But I mean, internationally, when we say Mysore class, we mean the self-practice in the room, and that everyone is welcome, whether beginner or advanced, because everyone can practice anytime in the same place and get benefited. The beginners will get introduced, those who are familiar or advanced will practice and deepen, and everyone will inspire each other and bring nice energy from the essence of the practice. Some people ask whether I will cure this sickness from the practice. It is possible to cure a sickness. Most important, to cure the mind, to make it healthy. Once the mind is healthy, the body will follow, or at least will be near. Sometimes the sickness is too much that might not be possible in this life, but still it is getting better through the practice of yoga. So, but important in the beginning to know how to practice. So in the beginning you just make the body strong by doing the sun salutation, the poses, everything. Then you focus on a certain issue of body or mind. Then it's possible. Some people ask about if they can do the practice in like because of the age. Any age is possible, because since this practice is taught individually, it will serve everyone accordingly. So there is a method to serve the practitioner, the best, not a practitioner to serve a method. So like that, every age, every phase of life is possible to do it, but you need to have interest to work on it, at least in the beginning, to get familiar. After a little bit familiar, then it's beautiful, you enjoy doing that. So Mysore class is a very nice, important approach to practice, learn and observe yoga. And it's beneficial as much as I am personally interested, no more, no less, which is the beauty of truth.